morning. Hello guys. Little bit late, 5 minutes later. Here we are on Sunday morning, live session of Hatha Yoga with elements of Ayurveda. Okay, so just settle yourselves, find prop, blocks, anything that you might want to have around. Glass of water as well if you need to. Okay, and just finding a comfortable sitting position, and we're gonna start with little centering, focusing, because now is the time for us to get ready for the autumn and winter. The summer is almost gone, and all that fuss and heat, fast movement, rajas, so to speak, will be calming down. So it's good to find a way to balance and center yourselves. Get ready to ground and return to now, because in the change of seasons, Vata is becoming more prominent, which means in the coming weeks and months you may notice aches and pains in the body, and also quite maybe unsettled in your mind. So it's always good to find a way to ground yourselves, and today let's do that. Okay, so become present. Finding a comfortable sitting position. And become aware of the sounds in your environment, wherever you are sitting. Or if you're really tired, you can lay down. And feel the contact of the body and the floor. And stay for a while with that plane of contact between the body and the floor. Adjust and settle if you need to. Any mudras that you feel like you want to use, you're welcome to. Also, you can use this one with the fingers you touch the ground. And draw energy from earth all the way up into the body. Draw energy from the sitting bones all the way up into the spine, out through the crown. And with the exhalation, allow the shoulders to drop down beside you gently. Also the jaw to soften, the tongue to soften, and the face. It's like coming home, sitting with yourself. Then become aware of your breath moving in and out through the nostrils. Feel the lungs opening and closing, or lifting and lowering better. And stay with that awareness for a while. And adopt that beautiful silent witness mode where you just observe without reacting. And gradually we're going to come to feel the breath at the tip of the nose. And then just become aware of the space just in front of that tip of your nose. And just for a while, stay there. And feel the breath just in front of the tip of your nose. Before it enters your nostrils. And then we're going to take 3 Oms together and the chant, Loka Samasta chant. So when you're ready, inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Good. And we're going to do a round of Kapalabhati. So let's do either 30 or 60 Kapalabhati, up to you. Some people go further than that. I suggest you find a medium pace so you don't hyperventilate yourself. So also make sure, if you have like issues with your eyes or any problems, headache or migraine, maybe skip that one and just continue with just connecting to Ujjayi breath, for example, the one that you have a slight restriction at the back of the throat. And we're gonna do a round of 30 or 60, and then a little when you finish, inhale. If you want to go with the Jalandhara Bandha, and then exhale and back to natural breathing before we continue with asana practice. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale, exhale fully, and begin in your own pace. Good. And from that stillness, we're going to gradually begin to challenge by moving the body and the spine. If you need to swap your position and stretch your legs, that's absolutely fine. In fact, you can actually sit, probably finding your sitting bones. And from there, we just start doing a little circling, mapping the pelvic floor. So you can go either way. You can clockwise, anti-clockwise, and obviously connect that with your breath. Could be your natural inhale, exhale. Also could be just ujjayi breath, the slight restriction at the back of the throat. And I remind you that on your screens that would be a mirror image, so my left would be your right and the opposite way around, okay? And we begin, inhale, exhale. So whether you go for the ujjayi breath, that is very good breath to tell you how long you have to move. It takes the length of the inhalation, and then the exhalation comes, you see. So you don't go too hard, you have to go before or after your breath. And when you go with the breath, when you listen to it throughout the whole practice, you actually become present. You will be able to extend the time, you see. And also that will help you to become present and aware of the present moment. And when movement and breath come together and start playing in synchronicity, then things start opening. Then you'll be able to allow other levels or koshas or layers of yourself to open. It would be your emotions. You might feel a bit of moment to cry or laugh, some release to come out. You might have an aha moment. Suddenly you have an answer to a question that's been bothering you for a while, you see. So when you become that moment, a present moment, it's like a dance. you'll be able to open and release other layers of your being. So I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's go for this and try it. And after 5, we're going to come to center and we're going to walk the hands further. Keep your feet rooting through the heels and lengthen through the crown, and come walking on to the front. And then from there, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, some of you may go down to forearms. And then stay here for 3 rounds of inhale, exhale. Or if you wish to go further. After 3 rounds, walk back to center, and we're going to go to the right side as you have the rooting into your heels. So we're going to walk to the right. The same inhale, exhale here. Tuck the chin slightly towards the chest and feel the extension through the crown. Three rounds of breath here. Final release, inhale. And walk to the other side. Exhale. Just going to adjust so that you can see this side here. Gaze is the big toe. Keep that foot active. Keep opening the toes. That is awareness. Awareness of the whole body as well as the breath. Nothing else. You just feel your way. You just feel your asana, how you are. The next one is inhale and exhale. We're going to bend that knee. So we're working on the major joints here. And again, flex the foot. Lengthen through, and if you wish, inhale, lengthen the arms, exhale, come forward. Knees are closer or hip width apart. And if you have your mat, you want to extra support, you can bend the mat underneath your foot, like so. So you have extra support under. Okay, inhale and exhale. So you don't have to go all the way down. We're just stretching the hamstrings, working on the joints. Good. And listen to the breath. Three rounds of Ujjayi breath here. Inhalation back to center and swap. Let me do it this way so that you can see eventually. So we lengthen that foot and this one is on the floor. Okay, inhale, come up and exhale. Reach to a point which is comfortable for you. Could be here, could be here. Come onto your fingertips, but don't forget that foot is flexed. Inhale, exhale. Also, if you want to use a prop, that's fine. to 5 rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, come up to center. And then exhale. We're going to do a forward bend to both feet in line with your hips or closer to each other. Inhale, arms raised. Exhale, reach to a point which is comfortable for you. Exhale. And if you listen to the breath, then you stop thinking. Then you just feel how long is that breath going and how far I can follow it. And the mind then becomes quiet. And then you'll be able to reach further because you let it go. You let it go. And if you can't reach further, that is good because you're listening to your body and you're saying, okay, cool enough. I'm going back a little bit so I don't have to go all the way down. And inhale back to center. Then come on to fours and we're going to open the shoulders doing some puppy. Okay. Come on to fours, walk the hands further, exhale. Forehead on the ground and press the palms. 3 rounds of Ujjayi breath here. Work the top of the feet, also pressing into the floor and the forehead. Some of you, more flexible, will be able to touch the chin and the chest. Keep the feet actively pressing and keep the palms actively pressing into the floor. After 3 rounds of breath here, gently walk back to your forehead on the floor if you had your chin. Now inhale, exhale, we're going to do a twist. Keeping the hips above the knees and just actively pressing the palms into the floor. So the arms are straight, they're active. And you'll be able to take a bit further on exhale into the twist. Feet also actively pressing. Good. Three rounds of breath here. Feel that beautiful twist in the upper thoracic. Good. And then inhale, exhale, swap the other side for 3 rounds. Good. And then gradually coming back to down dog. Exhale and move into your down dog. 3 rounds of breath here. See how it feels. The hamstrings and the shoulders move away from the ears. Feel the heels if they touch the ground. Letting go, just feeling the body moving with the breath. Dangle the head slightly just to see there's no tension in the neck. Wonderful. When you're ready, inhale the right foot forward. And we're going to lower into lunge for lizard. So maybe I'll do it this way. So lizard, inline toes with fingers, 90-degree shin. And we go down, maybe forearms, or if it's challenging for some, come into the fingertips. Or have a block. There we are, that you can work with as well. Okay. You can come onto the outer edge if you want to open deeper. Three to 5 rounds. Feel this beautiful opening in the hips. Observe, observe, and let go. Inhale, exhale after you've done your round of 3 or 5. Back to down dog and ready for the other side. Inhale, exhale, lizard on the other side. Shoulders away. And then start your journey, go into your forearms. Really softening on exhale. Maybe I'll do it this way so that you can see better. And also you can open to the side on the outer edge of the foot for a deeper release. After your third round, come back to down dog, exhale. And we're going to go into dolphin for upper body strength. So what we're going to do is lower the knees, have your palms together, interlace the fingers, press into the floor and lift the bottom. And then moving into dolphin. It's pressing into the feet actively and into your interlaced fingers and the elbows. You can be dynamic, moving in and out, or stay with the face just over your fist for 3 rounds of breath here. And then 3 rounds of breath in, the head away from the fist, that sort of position. Okay, pressing into the elbows, breathing 3 Ujjayi breaths here. The crown is gently touching, just very gently touching the ground. Good. When you're ready, on the next inhale, exhale, we're going to come up to the front of your mats for sun salutation. Now, if you want to go with your own a variation, that's great. Go for it. Otherwise, we'll go together. So, inhale, arms raised. Don't be in a hurry because you may get dizzy. So very slowly, mindfully, and just listen to your breath. Second round. Third round. You can do a different variation. Normally I do here a bit more the jumpy one. we all meet in Tadasana. Parallel feet, beautiful. Connect with the dry breath if you've lost it. Find your space in and front and the back of the rib cage where your heart is. Feel that space. And check both of your feet pressing into the floor. Good. And we're going to continue with a tree posture. So talking about grounding and rooting. We've done tree many times, though a variation here, if you want to go for any variation that we also practiced and demonstrated before, have a block nearby if you want to use to step on it, and also use the wall behind you, next to you, to help you with your balance. The main thing is don't lose connection with your breath. So whichever side you're going to be, it's going to be your balancing side. Don't forget that you need to open the toes, press into that side, go there first mentally, so then you're ready mentally, and then the physical will follow. And when it's done, then the other part comes up, but never on the kneecap. I remind you, either below or above the kneecap. A variation if you want to go for half lotus, if your joints are flexible and open enough, that's great. Active, open the toes actively on the floor and the bent foot. We're finding our balance first on the ground, rooting into the floor. When you're ready to open and spread your crown, that's great. Keep a focus on the floor with gazing into it, and also keep listening to the breath. So don't be in a hurry. Stay with that moment where you are until you really find that balance, and then continue to the next. If you want to do a further variation or so on. Some of you may want to go to forward bend and challenge that here. That's absolutely fine. And maybe you stay here today. That's also good. If you want to continue, then the exhalation will take you to balance on the ball of your foot. Again, don't be in a hurry to let go. Find the breath first, listen to the breath, and then one hand at a time. And then both hands eventually will come together. You know what I mean. And you'll be able to balance on the ball of the foot. When you're done with it, then inhale and exhale back to forward bend. And gradually coming up. And with controlled exhalation, moving back to center in Tadasana. Before you move to the other side, balance equally on both of your feet. Press. Feel the toes, the spread. Connect with the breath again. Mentally shift to the other side, and then the physical will follow. Maybe I'll do this way. Inhale, arms raised, going to the floor. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right knee into pigeon. Right knee towards your right thumb. Any variation here, if you want to stay and then let go forward, or if you want to stretch the thigh, balance here before you let go, absolutely fine. Just see again that you're never disconnected from your breath, keeping soft face, soft jaw, soft tongue. Keep the eyes open if you're balancing, because it helps the balance. Otherwise you challenge it too much. It's a bit of an advanced, form of balance when you close your eyes. And again, inhalation, lengthen, exhalation, surrender, surrender, surrender all the way down. Three beautiful breaths into your pigeon. But you're active here. You're pressing the back foot. The front of the back foot is pressing into the floor. You are aware of your contact with the body and the floor, and you're pressing the palms, if they're prostrated, out into the floor as well. So you have the whole pigeon posture active, and feel that opening, that release of tension in your hip joint, your Stretching there of any piriformis, or if you have sciatica, it's a good release. Inhalation lifts you up. Exhale, go for a spinal twist, so you can keep that foot bent. Any blocks if you want to use to sit on, yeah, if you need to. Great, or use it for the hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug. Try to keep both of your sitting bones on the floor. And then you begin. The exhalation will take you a bit further. The head will be the last to go back. Even you may want to interlace the fingers here or use a prop. After 3 to 5 rounds, inhale, exhale, back into down dog. And move the other side. So the other foot bent the knee, left towards the left thumb. Inhale, lift into pigeon. And again, if you want to balance here, that's fine. Stretching the thigh muscle, amazing. When you let go and ready to go forward, don't forget you're actively pressing into the floor with your palms and the back foot. Make sure your hips are square to the floor so they're not tilted. If they tend to fall or drop down, use the block here to keep them square. Beautiful surrender into pigeon. Listen to the breath. Send the breath to the point which is a bit niggly and surrender there. Let it go. Work with gravity. Work with ground. Give it to the earth. Let it go. After your final round of breath here, when you're ready, inhale back to center gently. Come to the spinal twist. Okay. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hug your knee and begin the twist from the lower back, middle back and upper back. Then the head will go last with the exhale. So it may take few rounds of breath here to reach to the head. Don't be in a hurry. Feel that good massaging into your abdomen. Feel the massage of the internal organs first, gradually the middle back, and then gradually up to the upper back. Wait for the next breath to come. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale will turn the next part to the twist further and further. you want to reach, maybe both hands may reach. That's impossible for me today. Okay. Beautiful. Final round of exhale. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And do clockwise, anti-clockwise. Just to massage the lower back. Okay. On the next inhale, exhale, we're going to go for bridge. Now a variation, if you want to do a dynamic with the inhalation and exhalation, mindfully peeling off vertebrae by vertebrae and exhale lower. Or if you want to hold it for 3 rounds of breath here and eventually interlace your fingers under your back, keeping the knees in line with the hips. Good. Pressing the feet into the floor. Gradually, that will make you feel that you're lifting even further away from the floor when you press the feet, which will give you more space for the arms to come under, interlace the fingers, and the shoulder blades will come closer to each other. Or if you know where you're going with your chakrasana, go for the full wheel, chakrasana. Good. And after 3 or 5 rounds of breath, exhale, hug your knees into the chest. Variation, for those of you who want to go for shoulder stand, go for it. Otherwise, find a wall and just lift your feet up, legs up, like so. Or half shoulder stand or bull. We're lengthening through the tailbone. If you feel like you can't breathe, just hinge a little bit, half shoulder stand. Wait for the breath to ease itself, and then you can lift further if it's okay. If not, stay in half shoulder stand or any other inverted position. As long as you can breathe, as long as you don't suffocate yourself, never push yourself too hard. Be kind. Okay. The breath will show you how far you can go and for how long you can stay. So only listen to the breath better than listen to me. And when you're done with your inverted posture, exhale back on for fish. A variation, if it's possible, you can cross into lotus, full lotus, half lotus, whatever. And you just roll into lotus if that's possible. It's okay. If not, have the legs straight. Flex the feet, press the elbows into the floor. You would feel the crown coming to touch. The floor, and from here feel that beautiful opening in the throat, the heart, and just send the breath there. Take as many breaths into fish as you wish before you go to surrender in Shavasana, our stillness pose, which some people find very challenging to stay still and do nothing. So take as many breaths in your fish. Allow this opening here to happen. And then when you're ready, gradually let go in Shavasana, where you would have your arms. So just lie down on your backs and palms facing up. The head is central. Feel the whole back spreading on the floor. The feet are flop aside. Yeah. Heavy legs. Heavy arms. Corpse. It's called the corpse posture. Literally playing dead. Okay. But while externally we may be still, the body is still, we're trying to find that stillness. Make yourself comfortable, so you either put a cushion underneath your knees or keep them bent. Okay? So that your lower back doesn't suffer. So you can do this. Or you can bend your knees, open the feet wider so the knees touch. Anything that helps your lower back to soften. Cover with a blanket if you wanna, if you feel so. Anything that you actually surrender easy and become still. And when the body becomes still, then we become more aware of the internal movements, of the movement of the breath. Any shifts in our emotions as well. There might be some emotions coming out, some sensations, images, thoughts. Just observe that as a silent witness for the next few minutes. If it helps, take a deep inhale. Exhale fully to surrender. Soften your feet, calf muscles. Feel the knees are soft, the thighs. Check your belly, the chest, the shoulders. Keep exhaling. Softening deeper. Relax the arms, the palms and the fingers are soft. The head is heavy. The face is soft. Feel the forehead. The eyelids are soft. Cheeks, jaw, lips are soft, and the tongue in your mouth is not touching anywhere. The whole body lying on the floor in total surrender. And then you listen to the sounds around you. Then you listen to the breath. Your natural inhale and exhale. And in between those two, there's a little gap between every inhale. Observe that gap for the next few rounds of breath. Anything you think of, feel or hear, just go back to find the gap between the inhale and exhale. Staying on the gap between the inhale and exhale. Then gradually begin wiggling your toes and your fingers. And moving your head from side to side. And coming up to final sitting position. With awareness on that stillness within you. going to take 3 Oms together and the Loka mantra. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurbhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Okay, thank you very much guys for joining me today. Sorry about the little late start, but hopefully that was okay with you. Let me know in the comments, and hopefully that will help you to stay more in the now listening to your breath, and help you to be more present, I suppose. Okay, so I'll see you next Sunday. Keep practicing, keep breathing, and enjoy the rest of your week. Much love. Bye bye.